What's up, you beautiful people? Good morning, good evening, good night to wherever you are in the world today. We're back at it again with yet another 0 to 100. If you're new around here, my name is Bert. I do reviews for bigger runners. Not just bigger runners, but mainly for bigger runners. When I first started running, I wanted reviews for bigger runners, could not find them, so now I am your guide. I run anywhere between 50 to 60 miles a week, depending on the week, depending on the condition. But that's typically what I stay in. I buy a lot of running shoes, mainly daily trainers, and I like to review them for you all. So if you're looking for a bigger runner perspective, I'm your guy. So I appreciate you being here. Like I said, let me drop this down. Hopefully I'm not too dark. 0 to 100 review in the Mizuno Neo Zen. This is our last 0 to 100 review before we get the next batch of running shoes in. We put 100 miles on a lot of different trainers this summer, and these are the last ones. And these have done well by me. Over the last 100 miles, these have been good, and I'm excited to talk about them today with you all. So without further ado, let's get into it. If you don't mind, like, comment, and subscribing, it does go a long way. Little fish, big pond. I do appreciate your comments. I do appreciate all of the feedback. I've heard your feedback, and I'm going to take all of it into consideration in upcoming videos. So please stick around for that as well. So I appreciate you wholeheartedly. Thank you so much. I've already done an in-depth review of this shoe already. So if you're looking for that, it's in the description below. This is going to be the 0 to 100 review, so 100 miles on these particular shoes, and what do they feel like, how do they stand up durability-wise, and what you can expect on your pair at 100 miles. Capiche? Capiche. All right, I keep messing with the settings, but hopefully this is not too blurred out. So first impressions over the last 100 miles, this has fared well. This is a sock leg neck upper, which we'll talk a little bit more about. And you see after 100 miles, there's really no major wear or tear outside of the paint chipping, but that is minor. I live in Florida. Florida is a very hot and humid place, and I put my shoes through the ringer. And as you can see, this upper has held up extremely well. As I mentioned before, the upper is a breathable mono mesh upper. Mono mesh meaning it's all one piece constructed. Very nice, Mizuno did that. And it adapts extremely well with all foot shapes. Now, I may be in the minority when I say this, but I appreciate mono knit uppers. I appreciate knit uppers in general. I think they're some of the most comfortable uppers in the game. So shoes that have knit uppers automatically get a W in my book because of comfort. Again, when I say mono knit, meaning there is no tongue, it is all one piece constructed all the way around, and then you have plastic eyelids, so it does not rip through the fabric. Now let's talk about the midsole, because that is where the moneymaker is at. The midsole is a 41 millimeter in the heel, 34 millimeter in the forefoot, giving you a 7 millimeter drop. The drop doesn't feel like 7 millimeters, but it is there. And the cushioning is extremely plush. It's a very nice compression with a nice impressive bounce. I love that Energy Next TPU foam. It's extraordinary in my opinion. Very comfortable ride, especially if you're a bigger runner. Now, weight-wise, this shoe is around 9.5 ounces for my size 13 foot, and this is considered a max cushion shoe. So the weight to cushion ratio, I think it's plus, in my opinion. Now, going into the ride characteristics, I talked about it slightly, but I want to dive deeper into it. It's a very soft, a very airy feeling, very playful. I love running in this shoe when I do not feel like running. I have a few shoes like that. When you wake up, you're like, I don't feel like running today. You put one of these shoes on, it's nice bouncy, it's a nice enjoyable, it's a nice plush ride, and this is one of those shoes. The insole is removable. That is a plus as well, as you can see. So if you do have inserts for your running shoes, high arches, or your own inserts, you can put those in, no problem. And then moving on to the outsole. Very nice outsole. Mizuno did a good job on the outsole here. I have no real frets about it. There is some situations where I did find it to be a slightly slippery, but nothing to write home about. So I would mark the outsole grip to be fair. Nice wide base, which is another reason why I love this shoe so much. Nice wide base gives you some stability, but remember, with the Energy Next foam and it being so soft, there is some wobble to it, so just keep that in mind. But with the wide base, it does minimize it some. Now, I would find this shoe to be a very strong recommendation for individuals that like to put high mileage on their shoes. Getting this up to 100 miles has been a dream. It's been very nice. I would have done it quicker if I didn't have the Magnified 3 to compete with, because the Magnified 3 has been creme de la creme as well, chef kiss, but this has also have been a chef kiss. I'm really liking what Mizuno is doing with their shoes, especially with daily trainers, so I'm excited to continue to pick up other renditions of the brand. So I really strongly recommend this shoe for individuals that like to put more than 100 miles on their runners. I found it very versatile for tempo, easy runs, long runs, and short runs, and even some interval training. I love this shoe because it can handle a variety of different paces through and through. A con: the side-like neck upper in this particular shoe is harder to get on, so I have to mention that. It is a hard shoe to get on if you're not used to side-like neck uppers, so just be prepared to utilize both hands to get that foot in, but once it's in, it fits like a dream. Also, the midsole. A lot of individuals may feel like this midsole is soft, too soft compared to other shoes out there, and I would have to agree, because this is exceptionally soft compared to other shoes, especially daily trainers. So you want to have to get used to soft compression and rebound shoe like the Mizuno. If you're into those types of daily trainers, this shoe is an joy to run in. It really is. And then the last con is over the longer distances. So I'm talking about if you're running more than 12 miles, maybe midsole, in my opinion, feels like it bottoms out. I don't want to say that out loud, but I do feel at times the midsole bottoms out and I'm running just on hopes and dreams. I feel like over the longer distances, if I'm running more than an hour and a half, up to 2 hours, this shoe tends to bottom out. At some point, I think like I probably should have chose another shoe. Now, the Mizuno Neo Zen shines in the fact that it is a highly cushioned and bouncy and versatile daily trainer. It can get the job done in ideal conditions, whether it's easy miles, long distance miles, intervals, some intervals, tempo runs. This is a jack of all trades, and it can get the job done in a variety of different situations. So if you're looking for a shoe that is not a one-trick pony, the Mizuno Neo Zen is a solid choice. So put it all together, priced at $150 retail. This shoe is a great priced shoe for what it offers. It's a versatile daily trainer that's highly cushioned and can get a variety of different things done. So if you're looking for a shoe that is around that price range, then the Mizuno Neo Zen is a perfect buy for you. I would wait for the discounts though. I would get this for around $120, maybe even $115. If I'm really patient, probably under $100, and that would make this shoe a phenomenal shoe. $150, it is still worth it, but at $100, I'm buying two. So I hope you guys got something from that. Let me know if I missed anything. Let me know if I need to elaborate on anything. But until then, I will see you when I see you. Enjoy your day. Deuces.